Did you guys know that food has amazing, miraculous healing powers? That is correct. It's called nutrition. And it's so interesting that most doctors are not trained on nutrition of any sort. They'll tell you about eating right or get with somebody who can teach you a little bit better, like a nutritionist. However, we found out that eating food does heal you. However, the problem is our food's all messed up, right? From the GMOs to the organic to all the things they've done to our foods since the Industrial Revolution. They started feeding cows grains. Okay, they should be eating grass. That's why you see grass fed, and they should be eating hay, right? And then what happened in the 90s with the GMOs? It really messed everybody up. So everybody has a gut that is just not right. So it is true that you are what you eat from your head to your feet. Used to hear that on Saturday morning cartoons when I was little, right? However, things have really changed because you can't even eat right anymore. So the miraculous healing powers of food has changed unless you are using high impact ginger, turmeric, and muscadine seed oil. I'm Steve Klein. Welcome to the Natural Health Solutions on this YouTube station. If you guys have had a situation like this, love you guys to put a comment on here and or a shout out. And we are running a wellness journey on my journey where I had been eating all the foods that are available today and yesterday, if you will. And I had some issues taking Advil, keep having acid reflux and vomited blood and end up in the hospital, almost dying with 2 IVs in me. It was the most god awful thing that ever happened. And today, I kind of learned, how to eat better by using this high impact ginger, turmeric, and muscadine seed oil to help me get that gut right and or that damage right by absorption lowering inflammation and blood flow and working on my digestion, which is what we are all working on. I know my case is probably the poster child case. I get it, but that's what got me into digging in deeper as to what is really going on. It's really interesting. If you're on this channel, I interviewed a doctor the other day named Dr. Pugh. He's amazing. He's an eye doctor. He works with me, and he talked about all the things you can do to reverse your eyes, and your eyes are a very vital part of your body. But we do offer this wellness survey that I learned. I'm not a doctor. I'm not making any claims here, but I am working with doctors that I just share with you and a lot of people on this wellness challenge that is complimentary. And the more the merrier. It kind of keeps us all on track. And when we do this wellness survey, it goes through things like hard tissue, soft tissue, sugar, and digestion. And when you track that, like you track everything else, and you learn and understand how the nutrition works and how to get through that of all the damage to make sure the miracle healing power of foods is going to work for you, then it will. But if we're not taking enough of the ginger, turmeric, and muscadine seed oil, okay, it's not going to work because it can't absorb anything. You can't get rid of the problems that already happen in your gut and your digestion because it's all there, not just from the food, from the environment, from medications that are poisons. And again, nothing wrong with doctors, but a lot of them, like I said, are not trained in that. And if you have a doctor that is putting you on more medication, I would get a second opinion to one that is against medication, or into alternative healing, if you will. I saw one named, I called him Dr. Jonathan, in the next town over from me because I wanted to go to the general doctor. Okay. And I did that, who was a DO and had a physical. And I found some things out about having a fatty liver and a few different things like that. So I paid my 300 something dollars to see Dr. Jonathan. Well worth every penny, okay? And I am so glad that I did because I wanted to get to the root cause of what's going on. And when I saw my general doctor, they were good, and they were looking at my supplements and the things I'm doing, and they were like, "Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know this." But I wanted to make sure that I got it right because again, yes, food is nutrition only if you can get the right food, the right quality food, and clean up the gut, and that's the problem. So as we are what we eat, and we're all working on this wellness journey on four different categories, from weight loss to core health to wellness and to strong. So with that said, like I said, welcome to our station. Love to hear your comments. Love you guys to hear from you if you want to join our wellness journey. Reach out to the person that shared this with you and or put a comment underneath. And the more the merrier because it keeps us all on track. And it really is just a support group to keep us on track because we all have the bad habits of eating things that may not be good for us and not giving us the miracles we need of healing with the correct food and nutrition. So it's a daily thing, it's a daily tracker, and that's what we're all about with this wellness journey. We are called Muscadine Core Momentum, part of the Natural Health Solutions and powered by JubaFit. So each week we come in on Sundays and we check in. And this video and this replay will be playing on Monday at 12 noon for everybody else. And I just want to chat with everybody real quick for 2 seconds, seeing how their week is going and what they're working on and what they want to share. So real quick, Karen, I'm just going to unmute you and seeing how you're doing. Karen's in St. Louis, and I'm just waiting for you to do that. And in the meantime, while I'm waiting for Karen, I'm going to unmute Alan and just click on unmute Alan. And I know Karen was going to be cooking. And Alan is in Ohio. And real quick, Alan, how is your week going? And what are you working on this week? And did you have any questions about the miracles of the healing power of food?
Uh, I've been doing pretty good. I've been mostly focused on drinking water.
Good. Excellent.
I don't really have any
Questions that you might
questions.
have?
So,
Okay.
huh?
Keep up the good work.
Yeah.
And Karen's back here by popular demand all the way in St. Louis. And Karen, how's your week going? And do you have any questions or anything you're working on in two sentences?
It's my week is going well,
Great. And you're all checked
and
in?
drinking enough water and going to sleep long enough. Now it's time to start working on routines,
Yes.
turning some of these things into routines as opposed to just here and there.
You're doing great. And I know you're on the ginger turmeric muscadine. Keep up the good work. And I think you lost some weight too, didn't you?
Yes,
Awesome. Keep up the good work, Karen. You're doing great.
thank you.
You're welcome. Jan is all the way in Arkansas. I just unmuted you, Jan. And how's your week going, Jan? And any questions and or what are you working on this week?
The week is going good. Sorry, I'm eating a little bit.
Oh, no problem. I hope you are eating the miracle powers of the right food.
Well,
Okay.
I am a mashed potato lover
Yeah.
and I don't eat those anymore. So we decided to try a recipe for um, turnip.
Uh-huh.
And it can be like mashed potatoes and it's actually quite good.
Oh,
So
yummy.
there's a little thing out there. If anybody wants to try turnips instead of mashed potatoes, it kind of works and it's really good.
Awesome. Thank you for
But
sharing.
we're doing good. No questions. We're happy and we're good to go.
And you're taking all your ginger, turmeric, muscadine, and all the other wonderful things that we have to support your wellness journey, I understand.
Absolutely. I make a shake in the morning,
Yeah.
the Live, the Zing, the Nutra HG, and once in a while I'll put a meal replacement in there if I'm not going to eat lunch or something.
Excellent. Keep up the good work. Tina's all the way in Boston, cold Boston, and I just asked her to mute you, Tina. And how is your week going so far? And did you have any questions and what are you working on?
Hi, Steve. My week's doing
Hey.
good. I checked in on time. I'm drinking my water, taking my shake daily, take my ginger and turmeric and my M-Fight um, liquid and tablets, and I don't have any questions.
All right, keep up the good work, Tina. Great job. Miss J, she is now in Boston, not too far from me. Has asked to unmute you. Just want to know how are you doing so far this week? Any questions? And I just asked to unmute you again. Okay, I'll move on to the next person. Josiah is all the way in Louisiana. Just asked to unmute you, Josiah.
I was answering you.
Oh, there you are. No, I couldn't hear
Yeah.
you.
Oh, sorry.
How's it
Yeah,
going?
I'm doing well. I'm working on doing exercises for 15 minutes right after I eat because they said that is one thing that could help get the sugar where it's supposed to be. So I'm trying to
Yeah.
do that, but everything else they checked was good. They can't figure out why my sugar went high. So
Okay.
That's about it. I'm doing the same things I usually do, the galaxy and the ginger and
Per-
turmeric. So anyway,
Perfect.
that's it. And silver.
Perfect.
So
Keep up the good work.
thank you.
As we move on up on the ginger, I know I take a lot. It really reduces the sugar along with the muscadine seed oil. It's a lot. I won't lie to you. And then also the amino acid peptide patch. So at some point, I know Jay and I talked the other day. We need to go through her wellness survey again into great detail on the sugar area and also the absorption and all that. That's what we're talking about for the miracle powers of food to heal you. It only works when we get enough of that stuff in us. So Josiah is all the way in Louisiana. How's it going, Josiah, today? And what questions do you have, and or what are you working on?
Hey Steve, I'm doing great. Not really too many questions, but we've decided to start cooking with the ginger and turmeric. Like we made some chicken today,
Oh,
with a lot of ginger in it, and it was great. We put some honey on top, and I mean it was delicious. And I mean it was quick, really quick. And yeah, we've been drinking our shakes every day, and just keeping it going with the challenge, doing well.
great. Thank you for sharing that because our ginger and turmeric that's high impact that we talk about that helps the what this call's about and what our station's about, which helps inflammation, blood flow, digestion, and absorption is food. So like Josiah is using it to cook, and we talked about making a tea out of it and stuff like that. That's exactly what to do to get enough in you because it's real food, it's pure, and it helps all these things so you can have miracle healing powers of food. So keep up the good work, Joe. That was a great example.
Thanks.
Sure. All right. Steve Evans in Delaware. How's it going for you, Steve?
Oh, pretty good. Trying
Anything
to,
you're working on? Any questions?
uh, no, not right now. Trying to uh, get back to sleeping and stuff, and
Yeah,
trying to get over this cold I had last week. So
right. And as we keep upping our ginger and turmeric and muscadine, we won't get sick. I know it's a habit. I know we're human. I got sick when I didn't take it, and that is true. And then don't forget the silver to go up the nose. And another thing we can also do, which I know sounds really funny, but even my homeopathic doctor said that was correct and it was the right one. I just told this to Joanne, is getting the a nicotine clear patch and cutting into thirds. I can give you guys the right one, and you put that on your chest and or on your neck. It helps with coughs and also helps you to stay better. And because I know it sounds funny, but what it has in it is actually eggplant and tomatoes. It actually helps you. So keep that in mind as well, and that helps you boost a little extra, so that it helps you with sickness and or coughs. Let's mute that. And Miss Sherry in Long Island, New York, how are you doing so far on this week? And any questions and or comments on your well?
Everything's good. I up my turmeric and my ginger and drinking lots of water and exercising. So everything's going well. I have my third tooth oral thing coming
Oh yeah,
up on Thursday. So hopefully that'll be good
and you use the
and
silver
easy.
again, right, to help the healing process like last time.
Yeah, I did definitely use the True Silver and gargled with it, and it helped a lot.
Yep. And you take a good amount of ginger, turmeric, and muscadine, and that's going to help with that healing process as well. So keep up the good work. You're very
Yeah,
consistent on it. Great.
thanks.
You're
Thanks.
welcome. And Scott's all the way in Utah. Scott, I just asked to unmute you. There you go. How's it
Hey,
going?
Steve. It's going good. How you doing?
Doing great, thank you. Any
Yep.
questions or comments that you want to share for this week, or you or any questions?
No, all's good. Just still working on everything, so trying to
Great,
keep it going.
awesome. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Sure. And Joanne's in Hawaii. Gonna click on unmute for Joanne. And oh, there you go. Hey, Joanne, how's it going?
Just great. I'm working on the wellness. I'm in the wellness part of the challenge. Um, as you can tell, I'm sounding a lot better.
Oh my
I
God,
have
amazing.
I have, besides everything else, including the ginger, turmeric, muscadine, all the products.
Yes.
I actually upped the galaxy.
Oh, good.
And I really believe that that helped me kick. My throat never did hurt,
Yeah.
and I do take the silver regularly and everything. Um,
Yes.
it's so anyway, I've been feeling pretty good this weekend.
Good.
Um, compared to last week, I couldn't talk.
Right.
I just lost my voice totally. Anyway, but I don't have any questions, but I want to thank you very much for speaking to me about increasing and adding different things.
Oh, you're so welcome. I know I gave you the list for the photo for the nicotine patches too.
Yes,
That works.
yes,
Perfect.
yes.
Perfect.
All right, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Keep up the good work. And it's so funny when we are in this challenge, right? And again, me being the captain of it, I'm talking to a lot of you guys on a regular basis. And it's really interesting. I don't know if it was wintertime or what it was, or people, like I said, we're all human. In the summer, I ran my convention. I literally did not take my supplements and I got sick and I had COVID. I was like, oh my gosh, I never had it before. And I do believe that I got it because of that. My immune system was low. I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't doing keto, all that stuff. So when you talk about the miraculous healing of power of food, it really is true. Because if you're more susceptible to get a flu if you're not on keto, because the sugar and the carbs actually attract it. Look it up. It's amazing. So some of the other things about great healing powers of food, and I was doing some research. Of course, I already knew this. Is like ginger was number one, of course. Nuts, okay. Eggs. We always talk about eggs for the essential fatty acids, because that's a healing power when you get the inflammation down, meaning the ginger, the turmeric, the muscat, a good amount, and we get blood flow going and absorption. We can actually reverse blindness, as Dr. Pugh said, and that's from eggs, salmon, okay, galaxy, as Joanne just mentioned, has essential fatty acids in it, and the Nutra HG, which is the greens. On that list, I pulled up again leafy greens, which is also in the Nutra HG. Oily fish, essential fatty acids, right? Fish is so good, and of course, you always want to get wild, and not farmed, because you don't know what you're going to get if you get farmed, right? You always want to double check it. It makes a difference. Fats, but good fats when we talk about that. Okay. Berries are right in there. We know the muscadine grape is a berry, and same with the galaxy. They're berries right in there. Mushrooms, we have mushrooms in some of our products, and I didn't even realize this until I was on Melissa's call last week, and she didn't realize it, but she's allergic to mushrooms. There's mushrooms in some of our products, including our Zing. And I was like, wow, I had no idea. Okay, as I was reading the label, and beets. The other thing too, is if we're and I'm not going to get way into the hard tissue, soft tissue, sugar and digestion, right? But a little bit. Okay. So when we have enough essential fatty acids and we take that muscadine seed oil, it lubricates your body from the inside out from those oils. Okay. And remember, a lot of dryness happens in that area, and or throat issues, okay, and or cracks on the back of your heels. Those are the things when they read natural ways of healing. It's what's going on the outside of the body is what's happening on the inside of the body. And that's how you can assess it and look at that survey. That's how I've been trained by these naturopathic doctors. Okay. Again, I'm not a doctor, just telling you what I've learned and how I assess myself and share with other people so you can figure it out. The other thing I want to share is when we get to the point of hard tissue, which is the furthest away, okay, of the inflammation and the gut and all that kind of thing and blood flow, that's when we have the worst issues, okay? Meaning back problems, stiffness, and or pain from different things, and sometimes we get bone on bone and things like that, and all can be reversed if we get the blood flow going and the absorption down with the ginger, turmeric, and muscadine seed oil. And again, I haven't seen anything else that works as pure as that to be able to eat correctly the miraculous foods to get to the right healing and regrow whatever it is that's going on. So for that, if we have issues with our back and our pain, a lot of times we need magnesium. A lot of times we need potassium, okay? And we can take those things but we can also eat those things. Like avocado is really good for magnesium, potassium. We up our avocado also on keto, so important. Nuts and greens, spinach and things like that. But we also have those things inside of the Nutra HG again, okay, and including magnesium, okay, and also in the Galaxy and also in the Nutra HG. So keep all that in mind. But again, it only works, and a different way of understanding it of the miracles of healing power of food is when we have the absorption get the blood flow, get the digestion going, and take care of the gut. And there's no other natural way than upping your ginger, turmeric, and muscadine. Okay, both the capsules and the seed oil, and also to boost your immune is what that does. It's amazing. So, with that said, everybody, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys soon, and this will air on Monday. You guys have a good night. Over and out.